Hello, beautiful. Welcome. My name is Lise Wilcox, and I'm a transformational mindset and success coach who trips over her words and who is changing the global conversation on emotional health and self-love. Today, we're going to talk about what is the deal with how many coaches are popping up in the online space. Have you noticed that? It feels like everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, every time you just open a new app on your phone, a new social media app, somebody is there trying to coach you. Before we get any further, I want you to like this video and subscribe to my channel so I can personally hand deliver via the tiny little minions of the internet, hand deliver a new video to you every single week. I know how much you have on your plate, and it would be my pleasure to take this off and just deliver fresh, free content just for you every single week. So why is everybody and their dog becoming a life coach? Great question, and I'll tell you why I think it is. I think it's because if you imagine back like a long time ago when our communities were built more around, less around being able to travel and more around living in tightly packed societies or living closer together in groups and larger families intergenerationally, we used to value wisdom sharing. As our lives changed and got busier and we had more cars and easier methods of transportation to go further and live further from our families and be disconnected and get caught up in the hamster wheel of life, we didn't lose our love of and need for wisdom sharing, but what we did lose was the sacred nature of wisdom sharing. If you've ever followed me on Instagram at Lise Wilcox or been to my website, lisewilcox.com, you'll know, so my nose is so itchy this morning and I don't know why. I think that's doesn't it mean I don't know, I was gonna say somebody's talking about you, but I think that's when your ears are ringing. I'm gonna look this up. Anyway, if you've ever followed me online at Lise Wilcox on Instagram or perhaps at my website, lisewilcox.com, you'll already know I'm pretty vocal about integrity in the coaching industry because I think there are a lot of shysters out there who are doing really crappy things, and I don't think they're keeping their clients' interests or the interests of, what is the best for the greater good top of mind. And there are so many coaches who do, because we're almost rejecting the label coach because we're healers. We're here to hold space. We're here to let people feel seen. And in my case, I'm here honestly to let you know that it is totally safe to be you. That all of those feelings of imposter syndrome, self-doubt, that pervasive feeling of, oh my God, I will never be enough. Like no matter what I do, it never feels like it's ever gonna be enough. We have these really intense feelings. All of us have them. All of us. I pinky swear. But because they're so uncomfortable, none of us want to admit that we're having them. And so we repress them and we add shame on top of them and we just keep shoving them down. And the unfortunate thing and the realistic thing is that you have to feel it to heal it. Our feelings are incredibly valuable feedback that are constantly giving us insights as to what still needs to be healed. So if you are somebody, possibly, not to mention any names, who is just pushing down those feelings and layering shame on top, there's a reason why it feels like you're never going to be enough. And there's a reason this feels scary. There's a reason that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. There's a reason that you feel like you're never going to be enough, or that somebody else will always be doing this better than you. The reason is you have to feel it to heal it. And somebody like me who went to the coaching space to really empower people to truly embody themselves, not to make a nice tidy little meme about embodying yourself, but to truly show up and work with people one-on-one as a private coach, as a group coach, as a facilitator, and as a healer who has a master level coaching certification in neuro-linguistic programming and emotional freedom techniques. My job, not only my job, my purpose, my passion, and my business, it's all centered around allowing you this space to feel safe, to be you. And when you are completely yourself, like completely allowed to come home to yourself, everything changes like honestly every single part of your life. This is why we need coaches. We need people to hold space for us. We can have great marriages. We can have great partnerships. We can have excellent friendship and, oh my gosh, wonderful family. The reality is that most of those relationships are not designed to hold this level of space. I work with so many women, and I'm talking like high achieving women at the top of their game who are carrying the weight for everybody else. The top of the top, the best of the best. Like they have achieved success, they've gone through the list and like they're making six figures and multiple six figures. They have the house, the husband, the car, the job, the dog, the vacation when we can travel again. They have it all. And for so many people, there is still that feeling of like, oh, is this all there is? So many people are experiencing this feeling of like, oh no, is this all there is? You know, I did everything right and I thought it was going to be different than this. So how come it doesn't feel like it's supposed to? The reason it doesn't feel like it's supposed to is that we still need a vessel. We still need a sacred space to park our feelings and to allow ourselves to really let our guard down, no matter how strong we are, no matter how capable we are, no matter how functional and overachieving, and no matter how strong and tenacious and courageous we all are. We need a place that we can safely park our feelings to be like, you know what? I am feeling like I'm struggling, or I am feeling like an imposter, and I really can't tell anybody because now I'm really at the top. And when I get to the top and I turn around to look around, I realize there's nobody there that I can safely trust. My marriage isn't designed to handle that kind of emotional openness or honesty. Not that marriages can't be emotionally honest, totally not the same thing. Your husband is not your coach. Your girlfriends are not your coaches. Your family is not your coach. We require connection, and we require the sharing of wisdom along this journey of our human experience to let us know that we are not alone. Which is why you have people like me popping up on your YouTube feed, offering you the chance to like and subscribe to this channel so that I can send you a wisdom sharing video every single week so that you don't feel so alone. And of course, you know, I'm an online service-based entrepreneur. There are so many touch points to work with, through which to work with me. You know, if you visit my website, lisawilcox.com, you'll see all the points of entry, from my best-selling book, To Call Myself Beloved, A Story of Hope, Healing, and Coming Home, my podcast, my online courses in confidence and genuine, like cultivating genuine self-love, breakthrough days, like an 8-hour intensive breakthrough session with me that feels like 6 months of coaching in one action-packed day, all the way through my group coaching, my French salon style sacred space for women who are working through some stuff and who want to be held without putting it on their friends, without putting it on their husband, who just want to be in a place where they can truly surround themselves with other like-minded women who are experiencing the same human experience and moving through it together. All the way through my private mentorship, my 6-month private mentorship. There are so many different ways to work with me. Why? Because we require wisdom sharing. We require the deep, authentic, genuine connection of knowing that somebody else is walking a similar path to us, and we need them to turn around and just offer us their hand and give us a little pull forward to teach us that what we want exists, what we're building is buildable, and that we're not alone in doing so. And all those feelings don't need to be shamed. They need to be acknowledged and supported and seen and held and witnessed. There is nothing more powerful to somebody bearing witness to your experience and lending an element of validation to that what you're feeling is real. That's why we have so many coaches. It's a very buyer beware industry, I get it, but when you find that person you genuinely trust and you're like nodding your head being like, wow, I think what she's saying was just for me, you know you found the right person. And that's an excellent sign, one of those little cosmic breadcrumbs that you are in the right place at the right time, that it's safe for you to trust your intuition, it's safe for you to let go, and it's safe for you to ask the right kind of people for the right kind of help. That is why we have coaches. And if you want to know any more, if I can support you in any way, that's what my passion is and what my business is. And I found a very cool way of marrying them both together. And I consider it such a privilege just to share these few minutes on a screen with you. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let me have the honor of delivering you a fresh video every week to share just a little bit of wisdom. And if you want to go deeper, head down to, I think you should be able to click it right down below here, lisawilcox.com, and check out all the many other ways and resources I have available for you. You are a queen. Adjust your crown accordingly and walk in like you own the place. You are supported in this wild ride called life. You are absolutely not alone. And if I can be the one who walks you home, you say the word and I'm right here. Thanks for being here.